you got two different advertising options you can pay. Two different ways you can pay. You can pay per click, which is every time somebody clicks on your ad and they go to your website, which is more geared toward direct sales. When you're selling something and somebody clicks on it and you say, hey, I want them to click on it, and they go there and they buy it, and you say, hey, that's what I want. And then you have impressions. And impressions are more geared towards branding, because that's about the amount of people that you reach. And they're not really charging you per activity, like, you know, per click or whatever have you. They're charging you to reach a certain amount of people, because impressions are cost. It's basically you're paying for every 1,000 people you reach. So it'd be like where a click you would pay $1 for every individual click, an impression you would be paying $1 for every 1,000 people you reach. You know, now you would look at it and you would say, okay, well, I'm doing a direct sale campaign, so I only want to pay for clicks because I only want to pay for that explicit sign of interest. I don't want to just pay for the amount of people that I reach, because what if I reach 1 million people and nobody engages with my product, you know? And yeah, theoretically, that makes sense. And you could allow your campaign to be dictated by that objective, but also you got to consider your financial situation and money, because sometimes, right, you might get a whole lot of clicks within a small number of impressions. So if you have an option, right, of paying $2 for every click or $2 per 1,000 impressions, but you get 100 clicks per 1,000 impressions, then it makes more sense for you to advertise per impression than per click, because it's going to cost you $200 for 100 clicks if you're paying per click. But if you're doing it per impression, it'll only cost you $2. It depends on that person's customer base. If they have a pre-existing customer base where they know a lot of information about the people who already buy their product, and they can target to the people who are most likely going to buy their product, then they can expect sales almost immediately, because they already know where to go. You know, they might say, okay, well, if I advertise, when I appeared on Hot 97 and I got 20 sales, so let me advertise on Hot 97 because that's my demographic. But when you don't know, and it's just a question mark, and it's just like, hey, I want to advertise, I want to reach people, I want to sell my product, I'm trying to figure out who's gonna, like, they just have a overall idea. They say, okay, well, you know, from what I know, you know, people who are in their 20s like it, seem to like it, you know, or people who are in Brooklyn seem to like it, you know. Then it's like, yeah, you kind of have an idea, but you got to put it out there, and maybe that's not your audience, you know, and then you got to find your audience. So now you're running ad campaigns, and, you know, you're going to spend a little bit and waste a little bit and refining it. And as you go along and you say, okay, well, these people click on it, you know, and these people convert, then you can refine it and refine it and refine it and get better and cut out the keywords that don't work and cut out the people who don't convert and cut out the people who click. But, you know, all of that stuff, you can start drilling down until you get to the people who are most likely to engage in the activity that you want them to engage in. And then from there, you're good to go. But it all comes down to knowing your audience. And the less you know about your audience, the longer it's going to take you to get results. The more you know about your audience, the faster you can get results.